But yeah,
like Overlord, except a lot better.
Yeah. Oh man, you know what? I liked the Overlord games.
Right.
They were a fun, like, they were a different kind of RPG at the time. You know, I've always been curious why Abe can't fill one of those circles. Like, it has to be.
I don't know, because video games.
Yeah. Go get him.
No, this is awful. The tutorial happened when that was happening.
Well, so long, friends.
Whoops.
You're supposed to go up that one.
There we go. Okay, this is not working.
This is, yeah, this is...
This game aged
I
gracefully.
think they won, actually.
I think they did too.
It aged well. So yeah, this is one of the mechanics that has actually been in the Oddworld series for a while, which is to say the sodas, which give you superpowers, such as what is this, like espresso? That
no, actually, it isn't any other Oddworld games. It's in this one.
Really?
Yeah, it's not Abe's Oddysee or Exodus.
Oh, okay. Oh, you might want to get out.
Do I need 85? I think that's almost all of them.
I was gonna say, I can't remember, but didn't you, wasn't this also, like, in some way brought back for, Stranger's Wrath?
No, I don't remember. Honestly, I haven't played Stranger's Wrath since, like, the 2000s.
Yeah.
Because that game did not work on the Xbox 360. There was a brief period where we sold our OG Xbox because we just figured we wouldn't need it anymore. Yeah. But stupidly, did we realize we'd have to give up some of the better games.
Yep.
So that's why I got another original Xbox for Christmas, because I decided that there was too much I didn't want to lose.
It's like how I went back and bought a bunch of old consoles. Run into that JPEG.
But also just the optimization of some of the games just fucked.
Yeah, like I said, like we mentioned this before, but the fucking sound on this does not work on the 360.
Also, Conker's
Abe sighting. Budokan Outlaw still at large. Last can of Gabbia found. Gluck Queen develops hacking cough. Rent-a-cop missing. What? Oh, yeah.
That's fine, because we don't want to kill them.
Yeah.
No, anyways, yeah, like, even Conker's Live and Reloaded, actually, the frame rate
Okay, let's watch this cutscene, because this one's good.
No, I want to play the game, damn it.
Alright, to make a long story short, Munch, who we saw in that opening cutscene for exactly 5 seconds before Mark skipped it, was captured as the last of his kind. What were they called again?
What? What Abe's species?
No, Munches.
Or Munches?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Gubbins?
Gluckins?
Anyway, these awful toad creatures. He was the last of his kind because their caviar is worth so much money. But he gets captured and experimented on, and they put that little deal in his head so that he could locate others of his kind. To grab more, to make more caviar to sell. Because evil corporation. However, Munch found out that by focusing a bunch of negative thoughts through it, he can shoot that lightning bolt and free these tiny, awful creatures, these fanged McNuggets called Fuzzles, that ate a man.
Well, not really a man.
Some sort of awful creature. He had sapience, Mark.
Yeah, fair enough.
A man died.
I'm sorry, I should be mourning the loss.
Oh no, I'm not telling you to mourn the loss of a corporate slave. All I'm saying is that there is a dead person.
Fair enough.
Anyway, so yeah, now Munch is doing the age-old trade of I help you, you help me by freeing these awful fanged McNuggets.
Yeah, so one of the mechanics in this game is the ending changes whether or not, depending on how many of the tribbles and the Budokans you save. And yes, no, they're not actually Fuzzles. That was.
I said it like 5 times.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was playing
ago.
The game. So, anyways, this part kind of sucks because, like, obviously, if you fuck this up, then you can't save as many.
Yeah. And unfortunately, unlike Abe, who can at least like girlishly slap and flail his wrists around, Munch doesn't actually have any combat options unless he drinks one of those aforementioned sodas.
Yeah. So you kind of have to round up enough Fuzzles that you can realistically take them out. Really
it almost
quickly.
becomes an RTS.
But also the game is pretty forgiving. Like, I'm pretty sure it's kind of binary, where it's like, if you get over X amount, then that is the good ending, like, always.
Yeah,
and if you get below that number, then that's always the bad ending. So,
this was the era where the idea of a karma system was still new.
Yeah, because Fable didn't come out yet.
No, not even.
Actually, Knights of the Old Republic almost came out.
Yeah, Knights of the Old Republic was probably one of the most advanced karma systems at the time, and it was also pretty blatantly black and white.
Oh, no, but there was a neutral option, and there was, like, you know...
No, there was no neutral ending in the first game.
Oh, yeah, that's true, yeah.
The second game had a neutral ending, but that's... Oh, no, never mind.
Yeah, also
yeah,
that happens. Like, at every
Yeah.
level, usually a scoreboard,
Yep.
which is pretty cool.
So you missed 2, apparently.
I did? Oh,
Oh.
fuck. Oh, they might be later in the level.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
lost.
Active versus retired. Never mind. Yeah, they're later in the level, I think. Because this isn't the end of the level.
That's what I don't think it is.
Well, we'll find out soon enough. But anyway, yeah, no, it wasn't until the second game of the KOTOR series that. Yeah. And, so there's the aforementioned attack juice. Why they made this soda in their own facility, I have no clue.
Specifically made for one species with one specific
They have his picture
aperture on his head.
They put his picture on it, so it's. I don't think you could kill him this way. So you should.
No, you
probably...
can actually.
Oh.
It takes a little while, but you can.
Also, it should be noted that these poor creatures don't have mouths. So as you torture him, he can't even scream.
Oh, you know, speaking of games with weird morality systems that came on the Xbox, fucking Jade Empire, dude.
Oh yeah, Jade Empire was like the precursor to...
No, other way around.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was KOTOR then Jade Empire.
Jade Empire was like 2004 or 5.
So yeah, KOTOR 2 had the neutral ending, but that was because KOTOR 2 is the weird one.
This is actually a really good game.
Yeah, so here's the thing. KOTOR 1 is Bethesda. KOTOR 2
Obsidian?
is Obsidian.
Yeah.
Which you may know as the original makers of the Fallout series, aka the good Fallouts.
But you know...
Because they also did New Vegas, which
Actually-
is hands down one of the best Fallouts.
But you know the thing actually I really dislike...
He'll die faster if you just release more puzzles.
But I just don't want to risk like any of these guys die, so I'd rather just... Cause
He's not going to get an attack in. You're zapping his testicles.
Yeah, but if I stop sapping him, he can... Okay, so the fuzzles, they don't stun him, but my thing does. So while I'm stunning him, they're attacking him and taking down his health. Anyways,
Alright.
But yeah, the thing about, like...
I
Oh, you made me lose my train of thought, you son of a bitch.
Obsidian made the good KOTOR games.
Oh, yeah, sorry, the
and
thing, like,
Fallouts.
every Nintendo Republic game...
Re-up the drink.
Good idea. Every Nintendo Republic game has this one problem where the end game is just insanely difficult to an unreasonable degree. Like, I actually...
So I actually was recently playing, and like back when we were kids, we didn't do side quests as much as because we were stupid kids. I recently did it where I actually did a bunch of the side quests and the loyalty missions, and the end zones are actually much, much easier if you just do the homework.
Well, what I noticed about, like, Nintendo Republic 2, I put, like, 40, 50 hours, and, like, the end game, just the enemies are just so hard.
Oh,
the
yeah,
ones
those
get
awful creatures on the exploded
Sith
planet.
Yeah, and it's so, like, the difficulty just jumps so high, it actually kind of pisses me off.
I found they were really easy. The only problem I had was the map kept putting out poison, so I just switched my face mask to the one that makes you immune from the poison status effect, and you just go right through.
Well, I thought that maybe I might have been underpowered, because I was actually having a really hard time
What
with
level were you at?
Well, to put in perspective, that was the only part of the game that stumped me that hard. So I almost wonder if that's just the game. Like, would it surprise you if that game was just slightly unbalanced towards the end?
Okay, so I know the game is unbalanced, but that depends. Were you going light side or dark side?
I don't remember. I'd have to, like, look back in my file.
One of the famous things about that game is that it's incredibly broken if you make a dark side or neutral character who can use dark side powers.
You know, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if I was a light side character.
Because Force Storm, which is the fully leveled up Force Lightning, is broken as absolute fuck. It has a 80% stun chance. It's an AoE, and it's an AoE, and it's massive damage relative to your Force level. So it is like over your knees broken.
Can you get it if you're on a light side?
You can, but it triples the Force cost. So if you're neutral, it's like 1.5 times. If you're dark side, it's actually discounted. And I was a neutral character who had that thing where it lessens the cost of non-aligned Force powers.
Okay.
So, there's one last McNugget. So, there you go. I think that's all of them. Yep, that's all of them. And you killed everybody. Good job.
Yep, that's what I call a perfect score.
So that last area was actually a lot easier for me because I'm just using Force Storm every 5 seconds, and those awful creatures died in quite high number.
Yeah, actually, it's
Yeah,
funny.
so for those of you who notice that Munch swims real good, he's an aquatic creature, and that's kind of why he walks on land bad. Jump into the JPEG.
There actually isn't into the JPEG.
Yeah. What was I going to say? But yeah, so Obsidian. Obsidian is famous for being given, like, a weird sequel out of an RPG series. This is after they lost Fallout and kind of went into their bad times. Everyone was like, those Obsidian lads, they're real good. I'll give them the next game in my series. And then it's super good, and it makes the original series look bad. And the people are like, well, fuck Obsidian. I can't let them make me look bad. Goodbye, fuckers.
Wait, what'd they do? Actually, could you pull up their gamography?
So, two of the ones I know that are, like, stand out better than the ones that came before them are Fallout New Vegas and KOTOR 2.
I don't... fuck it, why not? Sure. I'm trying to think, do I like KOTOR 2 better?
KOTOR 2's story is, like, it's either you like the goal they were going for or you don't, but objectively it is a better game. Like, mechanically, it is better.
I found that, like, the original KOTOR reminded me a lot more of...
Yeah, no, the writing
Mass Effect aesthetic and, like...
I mean, I wonder why.
Oh, yeah, of course. Same developers.
Yeah. So, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Objectively, KOTOR 2 is a better game, like, mechanically, but, I mean, everyone has their own opinions for story.
Because I'm trying to think, what did they do besides the Fallout games?
They did the Fallout... I'm actually looking that up now. Obsidian Entertainment.
There has to be some real stinkers in there. There's gotta be.
Alright, so, Obsidian Entertainment is a independent American video game developer whose corporate headquarters are located in California. Founded in 2003, shortly before the closure of Black Isle Studios. And it was done by former Black Isle Studios. So the Black Isle is the ones who did the original Fallout.
Oh, okay.
Technically, it wasn't Obsidian, but it's all the same people, so it's Obsidian.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I get you. Okay, cool.
Alright, so... Oh! Other notable works from Obsidian include Fallout New Vegas, Dungeon Siege 3, South Park: The Stick of Truth.
Oh, okay. So what's the whole... Give me the whole thing in order.
Alright, I'm looking for... Here we go, games. So, 2004, Knights of the Old Republic, Lords of the Sith.
Yep.
Neverwinter Nights 2.
Oh, okay.
Neverwinter Nights 2, The Mask of the Betrayer. Neverwinter Nights 2, The Storm of Zahir. So these were from 2006 to 2008. Yep. 2010, they did Alpha Protocol.
Oh my god. Alpha Protocol! That game is kind of hot garbage, but also kind of amazing. We used to have it, but I sold it.
What was it?
Oh man, that game's fucked. You should play that.
Dungeon Siege 3, Fallout New Vegas, South Park: Stick of Truth.
Wait, Dungeon Siege 3. Dungeon Siege. Is that a top-down, like, Diablo-esque loot game?
I'm not sure, but it was Square Enix published.
Maybe not.
South Park: The Stick of Truth, Pillars of Eternity, The White March, Armored Warfare, Pillars of Eternity: The White March Part 2.
Mech game?
Possibly. Pathfinder Adventures, Tyranny, Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire. That was their latest game in 2018.
I haven't even heard of that. So what's that story game? What's that
Armored
game?
Warfare is
what is that?
Free-to-play tactical shooter video game by Mail.ru and was published by My.com for Microsoft Windows and PS4. The game features combat vehicle from the 1950s through the modern day, with destructible environments as well as player versus environment and player versus player.
Yeah, I've never caught wind of a lot of these games, actually.
But the ones I know are good.
Oh, sorry, what's the most recent game? I'm kind of curious about that one.
Oh, shit. I just closed it. I'll get that back.
Because it's something I've never heard of before. I wonder when did it come out.
Oops.
Oh, whoops, that was a fuck up.